everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and we're starting off a little series on Father's Day cards. I have a whole couple of them actually that I have to make this year, and I'm going to go ahead and do a new video, so I'll probably have about 4 videos of Father's Day cards this week. So we're going to start off with our first one. I am using a piece of craft cardstock. This is Paper Tray Inks craft cardstock cut into a standard A2 size card, and then I'm using paper from the Giddy Up Cartabella paper collection, which I've showed recently in a haul video. So I picked out one pattern, and I'm using both sides of it. So I cut this down to 2.5 inches, and then I have a strip that's going to go right across here. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to take a pencil and do kind of a line, because I'm going to go ahead and adhere down this Happy Father's Day sentiment that I cut out using my silhouette, and I use the back of a piece of the same paper from Cartabella as the back side of one of the patterns. So what I'm going to do first is kind of lay this out and figure out where I want it to go, and make sure that my line isn't too high up, which I think it might be. So I'm going to first lay this out. Move this a little bit. And what I did with the Happy Father's Day is I just used a font from my computer on my Silhouette program, and I believe this was the Noteworthy font. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure though, but not 100%. So I'm just going to make sure everything's nice and straight, and then I'll adhere this down. So it looks like I am a little too high with my line there. So I'll just shorten up my pattern paper a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take some scratch paper and start gluing down my Happy Father's Day. I'm going to use my Zig 2A pen for that. And when I'm doing little sentiments like this, because I want to be able to have a little time to work with it, I just tap my glue on. And that gives me a little time to kind of play with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my sentiment, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I have my Happy Father's Day sentiment on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and erase my little pencil line that I drew, and I know I have to shorten my paper just a little bit. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to take off about, let's see, this was 2.5 inches. I think I'm going to take it down to, I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off. So I'm going to take it down to 2¼ inches. So that's going to get adhered right to here. And then I have my 1/2 inch strip of pattern paper, which is the back side to my little paisley piece. So I adhere that down. I'm going to cut this down to 4¼ which will be about the same as my card. So I'll go right across the front of my card. Before I adhere that down, I have some American Crafts twine, in a blue color, which I think will go really nice with my pattern paper. So I'm just going to wrap this around a couple of times. And I think what I'm going to do is, instead of tying a knot or a bow or anything, I am just going to go ahead and glue this down to the back. Well, actually, I'll take a piece of washi tape and stick it down. And that could be a little bit tighter, so I'm going to tighten that up. Go. And then before I tear that down, I'm going to take a Tim Holtz paper clip. I'm just going to stick that on there, give it a little something else. And then I'll adhere this down to the front of my card. So this will get adhered right to the front of my card base. I have my little Tim Holtz paper clip there to give it a little something. And then the last thing I want to do is I'm going to do a faux stitch line going right around the top part. I'm going to use a Marvy Le Pen in brown. Okay, so that's my first Father's Day card. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you next time.